Hi, I'm Tom and I'm an artist here at GCU, and this will be a quick tutorial on the 3 times image use rule. One of the greatest things about GCU is that we can use the identical image up to 3 times, and each of these can be placed in up to 2 categories in many cases. This gives a single image the chance to be shown in up to 6 distinct categories. That's pretty awesome. However, there are some limitations on this, so let's go over each of these one at a time. But first, let's take a real case. Here's a new card design. It's rather compelling to the eye, and it should stand out well on a page of other cards, especially due to the large lettering and the classic sloppy husband look. You know, many lady shoppers can't help themselves to at least click on the card to get a mini chuckle, and perhaps some will like it so much they'll even buy it. The fact that I can have this image and ones like it in various GCU categories gives it a good chance of being a design that will turn out to be a pretty good seller. Believe it or not, this card has hundreds of categories it could go in, but if that was allowed, shoppers would see the same card all over the place, and that's a big turnoff. That's why GCU has a 3 times image use rule, which is far better than a 1 time image use rule. Knowing generally the most popular categories for husband cards, I decided to target this image into these 3 categories: the birthday for husband category, the Father's Day from wife category, and the anniversary for wife category. With a slight rewording of the inner verse to match each occasion, it fits very well and meets the 3 times use rule perfectly. One image used 3 times in 3 different categories. When I say 3 times, that means it has 3 unique product ID codes. You can upload one card image, but create 3 cards from it, changing the inside verse each time generally to target the specific categories you select. Now here's a twist. In some cases, providing shoppers slight variations on the basic card design will give them a choice within the same category, especially when it comes to color. Brides are particularly sensitive to the colors of their cards for bridal party invitations. There are also other variations that are possible within the category without violating the 3 times rule. These are borders, slight variations of the main word, like hubby instead of husband, and using the opposite card orientation. One very important point is the inner verse does not make your card unique. You can use the same image with different inner verses or the same inner verse. You'll still be only able to use it up to 3 times. GCU will allow in any one category 3 variations of your basic card in any combination you pick. That will provide shoppers an expanded choice. Use this aspect sparingly, as it can start to make your store and some of the categories look less appealing. What this means is that if you have one card design and you target it for use in 3 categories, you can have variations on that, but you'll be limited to a total of 9 instances of your basic card design across those 3 categories. What this suggests is I could take the standard gray husband card, which I applied identically across these 3 categories initially, that I could make several variations on that basic card and apply those in these categories as well, for a total of 3 variations on 3 categories for a total of 9 instances of the basic design. Be careful if you do use multiple variations of the same basic card design and use the collections category as your second category choice on some of these cards, you run the risk of exceeding the 3 instances rule within any one category, as well as the maximum of 9 instances used across all categories. The way to use the same basic image beyond 3 times is to simply vary the text on the front of the card. If we take the example husband card, but just change the words on the top, it can apply to a lot of 4 relationship categories. So let's review. One base image can be used 3 times and in 3 separate categories. An image is considered like or nearly identical if you just change the text or the background color, change the borders or the border color, change the orientation from portrait to landscape or from landscape to portrait, or if you use similar text, such as the word hubby instead of husband, or the words mommy or mother instead of mom. Up to 3 of these variations in any combination can be used per category. A maximum of 9 instances of the image, which is the base image plus any variations, is allowed across all categories, including collections. Having a unique inner verse does not matter, as the image did not change. If you do change the front text, such as for a relationship or an age, it's considered a new image. It is this last bullet that allows artists to make a change to a good design but apply it in many categories, such as age ranges, name ranges, and relationship ranges. I hope this has helped you understand the 3 times image use rule, how to apply it smartly, and why it exists. If you apply it smartly to your most compelling designs, you will sell more cards. If you have any questions on this 3 times image use rule, visit the GCU forum area and inquire with other artists or with the GCU support staff. Whatever you do, don't upload cards without understanding this rule. This can lead to a lot of rework on your part, and it also takes time away from the review team's work on approving other cards. Have a great time creating.